Welcome back, I'm that Chemist, and I just thought I'd talk about some channel stuff while I play some Slay the Spire. You could just call me Joey, because this is probably going up with the second channel. I've played a lot of Slay the Spire, and I'm going to be talking about some channel updates and just some other updates about what's going to be happening with the channel in the next few months and just kind of moving forward. So I play a lot of Slay the Spire, so I thought I might as well have something going on in the background while I'm talking about this. So yeah, I play a lot of this game. I've probably played way too much of this game. So channel wise, I know you might have noticed that I haven't been uploading as many compilations as I used to. We went from uploading probably 3 compilations a week to maybe 1 a month. I think the last compilation I uploaded was literally over a month ago now. I have still been doing monthly compilations on the Patreon, which you can get if you want to subscribe at any tier. You'll get access to the Patreon exclusive videos. I think there's currently 4 up there. And I am still planning to do compilations from time to time on the main channel. The main reason I haven't been doing them as much is they hurt channel momentum. So one of the important things for YouTube is seeing how your video performs. And if you consistently have videos that are performing like 10 times worse, that's telling YouTube, well, you don't really have it figured out yet, to a certain extent. This might get changed in the future, and this isn't totally set in stone, but videos that tend to get fewer views tend to hurt your channel overall. So that being said, I still have other series which I'm doing monthly. So for instance, I'm doing the monthly important papers series. If you're not an academic, you might not enjoy that series, but I really enjoy that series because it's a good way for me to stay up to date with what's going on in organic chemistry. And it also helps me communicate stuff that's important to people in the field who might not have time to read all the literature. So because it's doing a service for the community and it's also something that's valuable for me, it's something I definitely want to keep doing, even though it hurts the channel momentum. And if you're not an academic and you watch those videos, you'll probably take away that, wow, Joey does know what he's talking about chemistry-wise. And I hope that that also helps. I'm still planning to do weekly tier lists. There will be a period in January which I probably won't be uploading. You might still get 1 or 2 videos in January, but I have quite a busy schedule in January, so no promises for anything until the time comes. I also am planning to start a podcast relatively soon, and that won't be chemistry specific. It'll just be conversations with interesting people. I know some of you have asked before, hey, why don't you convert the compilations into a podcast or even the tier lists into a podcast? But what I really want to do is spend as much time as possible talking to interesting people about interesting ideas. And so I'm hoping to start a podcast relatively soon. I have some guests lined up. And again, I don't want to promise too much and get your hopes up, but I'd ideally like to start with 1 a month and then maybe 1 every 2 weeks if that ends up working out pretty well. Now, I don't know when the first one will be recorded. I have some lined up, and if I really wanted to, I could probably get on that in the next week or 2 here. But there's just a lot of stuff going on channel-wise. Now, I'm sure you might think doing YouTube's pretty easy. You just create a video and upload it and you're done. But there's a lot of stuff on the back end that is required for everything to just work and for me to keep improving as a creator. I think the actual video creation and editing and uploading is probably only like 20 to 30% of the work involved with doing YouTube stuff. And that's all right. It's a really fun and interesting thing to do. I interact with a lot of other YouTube creators who also are data-driven and want to get feedback. And I spend a lot of time in the community Discord. If you're not in the Discord and you like to be a part of some of the Discord Jackbox nights or other fun stuff we do in the Discord, or just be surrounded by a community of people interested in science and it's just generally a positive space, you should come and join the Discord. I started the Discord relatively early on in the channel. I think it got started in late April or early May, and it's been a huge part of the community ever since. The Discord is at just about 5,000 members at this point, which is massive, and I'm really glad to have all of you guys who are in there. Aside from stuff like that, I guess the main takeaways are I'm still trying to do weekly videos. I went from doing a video every day when the channel started off to less frequent uploads, but higher effort, higher quality uploads, and I want to keep that up. I have content for several compilations ready, but because they're peaking at about 30,000, 20,000 views right now, I'm reluctant to make too many more of them. Maybe that's just because of poor marketing on my part. Maybe people are getting sick of it. Maybe it was just the frequency that was an issue. The last compilation's doing okay, but if you compare that to the tier lists, YouTube is pushing the tier lists like crazy. And I know a lot of you guys really enjoy the tier lists. I also enjoy making them, and I hope to keep doing those. But I also want to introduce more podcast content, and I'm working on making some more video essay type content. Similar to the Secret Behind a Strange Stimulant video, the perfluorocubane video, the graduated cylinder video, as well as the fluorinated solvent video. So I have some more ideas along that theme, but I'm not sure what my style for those types of videos will be yet. I have been doing them in the form of lectures, but I don't think that's the best way I could be doing these. So I'm hoping to start doing more of your typical video essay style where you have graphics, some small animations, rather than boring words on a slide. So I actually have some videos I haven't made yet, which are really well suited for that style, although I haven't quite identified what that style is yet. I'm still learning to do a lot of the more specialized techniques in Premiere, such as keyframing and stuff. I've done a little bit of that for the amino acid video, but I haven't had as much of a chance to learn how to do that in some other projects. I've also been working on a project with another creator, Chemical Force, although my incompetence with that has also been pushing it back for a little while. I'm also working on a Christmas song. Hopefully you'll enjoy this chemistry Christmas song, which should come out at some point in December. Still figuring out the logistics of that. Still working on determining the timeline for my PhD stuff. And I'm trying to figure out the logistics of going to a conference in January. There is a conference that happens every couple years at Clearwater in Clearwater, Florida for the Winter Fluorine Conference. I will likely be in attendance this year, as I have been the last few years. Normally it's every 2 years, but this year they had to do it 2 years in a row. COVID pushed one of the conferences back a year, so it's like back to back this year. So there's a lot going on in terms of channel stuff. So basically, I guess the takeaway is, if you're a patron, there will still be monthly compilations that are Patreon exclusive. If you're a normal channel viewer, who I still appreciate very much, there will still be weekly tier lists for the time being, except for maybe in January when I'm away and I have plans. I will still try and pepper in the occasional normal compilation on the channel from time to time. The important papers videos will still keep coming out once per month. And at some point, I'm going to start doing a podcast with different interesting guests so that I can have interesting conversations. I want to do a combination of IRL content and over the internet content for podcasts, just so I can keep developing skills and stuff. I also want to get into more IRL type content, but because I don't have anyone on my team yet besides myself, I've been doing a lot. I might also be looking to hire some people at some point, but I'm not at a point yet that I'd be comfortable hiring anyone, because I want to make sure that when I hire someone that they have some actual job security. I also have some plans for practical chemistry stuff, but again, I need to have lab space. I don't really want to be doing at-home chemistry unless I had like a full proper lab with like a fume hood and everything. So I don't have any immediate plans to do synthesis until something like that happens. But I will be doing a few more amino acid tier list type videos where I have some more IRL tasting of food grade, safe to consume chemicals. Just working out the logistics of what those chemicals are going to be, how I can acquire them in a timely and cost-effective manner. So if you're interested in helping with anything in the channel, I've also been doing a bit of captioning to just kind of bring things up to speed. If any of you wanted to caption some videos, that would be something really helpful for me and for other viewers, especially people who have hearing disabilities who really benefit from that sort of thing. I haven't outsourced it to a company because I prefer doing it myself, and the auto captions on Premiere are pretty good. It's just takes a couple hours here and there. It's just, as you can probably figure from everything I've talked about, I have a lot going on. So yeah. So directions for the channel moving forward, I'm going to keep doing interesting tier lists. Still going to have all of the monthly Patreon content, the monthly compilations on there. There will also be the monthly important papers videos, and hopefully like one podcast episode per month, and I'd probably put that up on the main channel. If you ever have any good topics for video ideas, you can always leave them in a comment, or you can message them to me on Discord or Twitter. I still have open DMs if you ever want to message me something. It's been manageable up to this point. Maybe once the channel hits 1 million subs, that won't be as doable, but we'll see. You guys have been pretty cool. and I'm really grateful to have you guys as a part of the community. Some of you have asked if I'm planning on doing a That Chemist Games channel. I guess that's kind of what this channel is from time to time. I would rather spend your time doing interesting things that are valuable for you as a person, and I'm not saying that gaming isn't valuable for you to watch, but it's definitely less valuable for you to watch than some educational content. Now, it's your time. You're free to watch what you want, but whenever I put a video out there, I'm giving an indication of what I think you should do with your time. So if I'm putting a video out and I'm expecting people to watch it, that's my way of saying this is what I think you should be watching. So I'm not going to put out gaming content just because I don't think that it's a good use of my time, and I don't think it's too good of a use of your time either. But hey, it's up to you to watch whatever you want. If you're a relatively new viewer on the channel and you're studying organic chemistry, I actually have a big lecture series. That was the first stuff I did on YouTube that kind of got my whole YouTube career started, and those haven't got a ton of traffic. I'm only mentioning them here because I still think they're pretty good videos, and if you wanted to work on your chemistry background knowledge, it might help. So yeah, I think this is more or less all I have to say for this video. I don't know if this was interesting or if it was just me kind of rambling for like however long, but yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.